Welcome back to Project Aviate, where we take flight into the history of the world's most iconic aircraft. Today we're diving into the terrifying and infamous world of the Junkers Ju-87 Stuka, the German dive bomber that left its mark on the skis of World War II. This aircraft wasn't just a machine, it was a symbol of precision, fear, and strategic power. From the first moments of takeoff to the screeching dives over enemy lines, the Stuka defined an era of aerial warfare. Picture this, a crisp European morning, the early sunlight glinting off the polished metal of a Ju-87 as it taxis down a makeshift airfield. Pilots, clad in leather flight jackets and goggles, prepare for another mission. The tension is palpable, the adrenaline electric. These aircraft were purpose-built instruments of destruction, and each mission carried both the hope of strategic victory and the risk of death. The cockpit, though cramped, was a cockpit of precision, filled with instruments designed to give the pilot full control during deadly dives. Every gauge mattered, every lever could mean life or death. As the Stukas ascend into the sky, their distinctive inverted gull wings slice through the clouds. Flying in tight V-shaped formations, they exemplify the terrifying discipline of the Luftwaffe. Below, soldiers on the ground look up in awe and terror, witnessing the approach of the flying artillery. The Stuka was more than a bomber, it was psychological warfare incarnate. Its iconic Jericho trumpet sirens screamed during dives, a sound engineered to strike fear into the hearts of anyone beneath. Villages, cities, and enemy troops would know the Stuka was coming long before the bombs hit. One of the defining tactics of the Ju-87 was the precision dive bombing attack. Imagine a bomb-laden Stuka plummeting from thousands of feet, locking onto a target with deadly accuracy. The pilot's skill was paramount. Too steep and the aircraft could be lost, too shallow and the bomb might miss entirely. The explosions that followed were often devastating. Entire tank convoys or fortified positions could be destroyed in moments. These scenes of destruction were harrowing but showcased the sheer strategic impact of this aircraft. The Stuka wasn't invincible, though. Anti-aircraft guns rained flak upon it as it dived. The tension between the aircraft and the defenses below created some of the most dramatic aerial moments of the war. Pilots had to navigate not just enemy fire but also the extreme stresses placed on their machines during steep dives. Every mission was a dance of engineering precision and human bravery. Crashes were common and many pilots paid the ultimate price, yet those who survived spoke of a unique bond with their aircraft. On the ground, the Stuka's impact was equally profound. Picture the airfields where these aircraft were stationed, soldiers and mechanics working tirelessly to ensure each bomber was ready. Maintenance crews would sweep through the metal frames, refuel and arm the planes, all under the shadow of impending conflict. The scale of the operation behind each mission was immense, a testament to the military logistics that powered the Luftwaffe. The aircraft itself became a character in the narrative of war, each dive and climb telling a story of strategy and fear. The Stuka's role extended beyond terror and destruction. It was also a tactical weapon that shaped battles. During early campaigns in Poland and France, Ju-87s cleared the way for advancing infantry by destroying fortified positions and disrupting supply lines. Tanks, artillery, and troop concentrations were prime targets. Each successful mission provided critical advantages, turning what might have been protracted battles into rapid advances. The Stuka's precision bombing forced enemies to rethink defensive strategies, highlighting the interplay between air power and ground operations. Yet the aircraft had limitations. Against well-coordinated fighter defenses, the Ju-87 was vulnerable. Its slow speed and lack of maneuverability made it an easy target once enemy pilots mastered interception tactics. The Battle of Britain demonstrated this starkly, as losses mounted and the Luftwaffe struggled against resilient Royal Air Force fighters. Despite its early dominance, the Stuka's era of terror gradually waned, illustrating that technological prowess must always adapt to evolving battlefield realities. Even with these vulnerabilities, the Stuka remained iconic. Its silhouette is instantly recognizable. Those gull wings, fixed undercarriage, and forward-mounted bombs are etched into the collective memory of WWII Aviation. Imagine a squadron returning to base after a mission, engines humming as the sun sets, pilots disembarking with fatigue and relief. The aircraft, battered yet resilient, sits on the tarmac, a silent witness to the chaos it has wrought. In those moments, the bond between pilot and machine is palpable, a reflection of both trust and reliance forged in the crucible of war. The Stuka also played a psychological role far beyond its bombs. Its very presence could demoralize troops, shape the battlefield, and even influence civilian populations. The sight of these planes overhead, combined with the terrifying dive siren, left lasting impressions. Fear itself became a weapon, amplifying the strategic impact of the aircraft. It is a reminder that warfare is as much about perception and psychology as it is about steel and firepower. By the end of the war, the Ju-87 had cemented its place in history. Its reputation was built on a combination of technological innovation, tactical precision, and psychological impact. While no aircraft is without flaws, the Stuka's legacy is enduring. It reshaped how nations thought about dive bombing, air support, and the integration of air power into military strategy. Today, museums and restored aircraft allow us to glimpse its engineering marvels and the history of those who flew it. In the skis of WWII, the Junkers Ju-87 Stuka was more than metal and rivets. It was an instrument of war, a symbol of fear, and a testament to both human ingenuity and the perils of conflict. From the first dive to the last mission, its role was undeniable, shaping battles and leaving a legacy that continues to fascinate historians, aviation enthusiasts, and the public alike. The Stuka reminds us that every aircraft has a story, and every story is woven from the lives of those who built, maintained, and flew it. So the next time you see a silhouette of a gull-winged dive bomber against the sky, remember the Junkers Ju-87 Stuka, not just as a machine of war but as a defining force of WWII aerial strategy. Its sirens may have faded into history, but the echoes of its dives remain etched into the annals of aviation and warfare. Thank you for joining us on Project Aviate, where history takes flight and every aircraft tells its story.